Sandy wants to know if I have any activity suggestions for an asynchronous course that he teaches called Leadership in the Workplace. And I do have some good ideas. So let me share what I've been thinking. What if you did a type of relay activity? And let's say we're going to put students in small groups of 3. You can adapt this to however you like. We're going to do student A, student B, and student C. Each member of the team will need to contribute ideas in the preparation phase, but then each student will have a different role to play throughout the project. So, for example, in this case, let's do a simulated hiring scenario at different levels. So, all of the students will submit questions for the interview process. Student A is going to be the applicant. Student A is going to be the person who's applying for this position, and they will need to submit a short video recording answering the set of questions that the team came up with. For example, describe a time where you led a group of people through a difficult challenge that had a successful outcome. What did you learn from that? So they'll be the applicant and they will submit their video, right? Once that video is done, it goes to student B, and now student B is going to be the hiring manager. Okay, so they are now the manager. What they do when they get student A's video is watch the video, record a response evaluating the candidate's leadership style. Let's say you talked about leadership styles, strengths and opportunities in class as part of the class content. And then they're going to record their own video providing the recommendations to student C. So they're also making their own video. Okay, so their own video. And then that video is coming over to student C. And then student C plays the role of a senior leader of some kind that's going to be reviewing student B's video as well as student A's video and recording a decision explaining why they would hire or promote the candidate or why they would not. So each student is submitting questions, each student is making a video, and we can also build in some fail-safe for missed submissions, because let's say student A doesn't do their part or student B doesn't do their part. So if one student doesn't participate, the next student can proceed by evaluating a hypothetical candidate or finding an example online to use and explaining the same things, or it could even be based on a written case study. So you can build in fail-safe so that if one person doesn't do their job, the next person can still continue. You can also, so that's another part, is building in some fail-safe options. And then we could also offer an alternative twist. So instead of hiring, you could use something like strategic planning, succession planning, where there's a leadership challenge that's presented by student A. Student B could play the role of a mentor, providing guidance, and then student C offers some final coaching. So I'm sure that you could come up with many different scenarios, but we could offer some twists, some alternatives, or you could even have students come up with different scenarios based on their teams where they each need to play a role. So I hope this has been helpful to you, Sandy. Thank you so much for the question, because my comfort zone is with synchronous activities, live activities, but this really got me thinking about how we can expand this into the asynchronous world. Hopefully you found this helpful and are able to put it to good use inside your classroom. Please do let me know how you get on with it, if it led to another creative idea that you might use. Keep learning, inspiring, and teaching with love.